Now this, moving on completely, the cost of lumber really skyrocketing. You could be paying more for a new home. Grady Trimble's in Chicago. Come on in, Grady. Tell me again, how much have prices increased on average because of this lumber price hike?
Yeah, so this type of lumber, which would be used to build homes, up some 250% year over year. And John Kalabich knows this as much as anybody. He is the owner here at Acme Lumber. So tell me, what's behind this now? Because we were here last year seeing prices skyrocket, and they're up even more now.
Well, now everyone decides that they want to buy a house. So construction is way up, and there's a shortage. Everyone's staying at home. They're having supply problems with the mills, with trucking, and it's just driving everything berserk.
So you're saying they can't find workers for the mills to drive the trucks, and that's part of what's driving prices up?
Yes, that's part of it, along with a high demand and low interest rates, so everyone's buying houses.
And if you look at the numbers for houses, the National Association of Home Builders says that the price of a new home will go up some $36,000 because of this. Rent, if it's in a new building, will be up $119 a month. When does this end?
I have no idea. When people start getting back to work, hopefully, and things get back to normal.
And Stuart, it's not just this type of framing lumber, it's also the type of lumber you would use to build a deck, to build a shed. Pretty much every type of lumber is up some 250 to 300% right now.
I just did not realize that the average price of a home was up maybe $36,000 because of the jump in lumber prices. That is really something else. Grady, great story. Right in the middle of it. Thanks very much indeed, Grady Trimble. Now, turning to the cyber attack on the Colonial Pipeline, this is a very big deal. It's still shut down. Ashley, what's being done to secure it and reopen it?
Well, trying to track down those who are responsible. It's all down to this ransomware attack on, let's be honest, one of the country's critical pipelines that transports nearly half of the East Coast supplies. Now, the shutdown has entered a fourth day. It's being called one of the most disruptive digital ransom schemes ever reported. They're just trying to track down those responsible. They think they know who. The shutdown has disrupted fuel supply across the eastern U.S., triggered isolated sales restrictions at retail pumps, pushing gas prices to a 3-year high. But you can see this pipeline right here. So the question is, who is behind this attack? Unconfirmed reports suggest a cyber criminal group called DarkSide. They're the ones apparently are believed to be behind it, a group of veteran cyber criminals who, of course, are focused on squeezing as much money as they can from their targets. And so far, this is turning into a disastrous situation. The White House has organized a federal task force to assess the impact and try to find out how they can get to the people responsible. But this is really frightening stuff, that a key pipeline in this country can be held ransom by a group of individuals. Who knows where they are. But, as you can imagine, other critical parts of this country's infrastructure could suffer the same attack.
And if these ransomware demands are paid off in Bitcoin or any other crypto, that doesn't look good for the cryptos. It's untraceable, and it's very bad publicity.
Yeah.
If you can ransom off a pipeline using Bitcoin, Bitcoin goes down in popularity with the politicians, I suspect.
Right.
All right, Ash, thank you. Yep. Now this, Caesars was set to sell one of its Vegas resorts this year. Now they're delaying the sale. We'll tell you why. Coming up, West Virginia